Looking at everything that we know so far within the Fable universe and what's coming within the Xbox ecosystem.
I know how you lot love fables, so let me share a little fable with you.
Fable is probably one of my favorite childhood games. It was probably one of my very first games I've ever played on the original Xbox back when I was like 2-3 years old. And I have a lot of high hopes for this game, especially because of the studio that's making them. Obviously, Lionhead Studios has been out of order for quite a while. They'll never be coming back. But some original developers are working alongside Playground Games, the creators of the Forza Horizon games, to work and meld the new Fable game and the new Fable IP within the ever-changing gaming industry. The game has been in development for so many years, and they actually first announced it back in 2020 with their very first announcement trailer. And obviously a few years later in 2023, they made a brand new comeback that's surrounding the fantasy story of Jack and the Beanstalk with UK comedian Richard Ayoade. And I honestly really enjoyed this trailer because it does have all the incredible Fableisms that people might call it, as well as the UK humor with the chicken chasing, the Balverines coming into the trailer, and just all the classic things that people really enjoy about Fable. There's been a rocky journey with the Fable IP and just the studios in general. There's been so many different hands that have touched this game, and I honestly cannot wait to see more gameplay footage from Fable. And obviously earlier this year in 2024, the new Xbox Game Studios showcase, and right in the middle of the gameplay showcase, they dropped a brand new reveal trailer. And with a man called Humphrey, Albion's greatest hero, but he's also retired. And the trailer has shown so many different things and intricacies with the gameplay and the graphics that were to be expected within the Forza Tech engine. It shows a brand new location where the heroes are to be training, honing their skills, their craft, their magic, and all that stuff. It completely looks like a brand new revamped guild. It is just completely revamped. It looks completely fresh and brand new. I'm super excited. And we also got a new look on the brand new tree trolls, or just random trolls within the game, as well as goblins, magic, as well as just fighting and all that stuff. It is insane, all the different things that they've brought back and have revamped from the original games. There's just so many things that are unknown about this game that just bring it a lot more mystery. I just cannot wait to see what they have in store for us as a fan base, me as a super fan of the series. I can't even count them on my hands how many times I've played the Fable games. I'm just super excited. The official release window is in 2025, but we don't really know. I mean, it could be anywhere from Q1 to Q4 of next year. I really don't know. The fact that they made a release window at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if we get either a Q2 or a Q4 release for Fable. Definitely take that with a grain of salt. It really does depend. It could either be a summer or fall release for Fable. I have no idea. And these are just my guesstimates. I'm not too sure. There's absolutely no confirmation from anyone on the official release window. It's all just up in the air, and it could always be delayed, obviously. Now we're going to be scouring over all the different facets of the Fable franchise when it comes to gameplay, graphics, storyline, and all that stuff, and what they have told us through the trailers. From what I've seen from the original Fable and comparing it to the other trailers, it's more so just revamped characters, creatures, and obviously brand new main characters. I don't know if it's just one or multiple main characters. I don't know if they're going to have multiple different genders for the main character. I have no idea. And obviously, the most important part of Fable is the gameplay. The gameplay is super robust from the original games, and it is super reactive from what I've seen in the new trailers. And they constantly are having a huge emphasis on the magic style of things, as well as the long-range crossbows, and so many different items in the game that you can use, such as swords, possibly even picking up other creatures, different animation styles that they have used within these trailers. But again, it is also not a representation of the final game. There's always different things that you can remove, add in terms of the animation styles, the combat differences, and all that stuff. But there is a confirmation that I have seen that the original combat developer from the Witcher games is actually working alongside Playground Games, as well as the many different studios that they have on this project working all at once within Playground Games UK, and all the different studios that they have. There's at least, I think I remember at least 2 to 3 different studios. I can't remember the name of them at the moment, but Playground Games obviously is the studio that's spearheading this entire operation. This is just incredible. And also, there potentially could be the comeback of the morality and reputation system, which is probably one of the most robust mechanics within the Fable franchise, and that's probably why it became famous in the first place, because in the original Fable, when it first came out, almost every single decision that you made affected the way that the game played out, as well as your physical appearance. You made good decisions, you would get angel wings or angel halo around your head. There's just so many different things and different aspects of the game that changed the way that you played. If you made bad decisions, you would get horns, black eyes, all these different things, and it would be a permanent thing for your character in the playthrough unless you made good decisions before the end of the game. So there's just so many different things that could happen and could be added in within the final game. Obviously, it is an open world RPG as normal, as usual. I have no idea if they're going to be having almost Elden Ring style augmentations for your weapons. I'm not too sure, because I remember in the original Fables, you could augment your different weapons. So you would have like a firestone and you could augment it in a weapons bench or something like that, or a blacksmith, and you could imbue either your crossbow, your sword, or your mace with different powers, and you would have different perks with those augments, almost have spells attached permanently to those weapons, and you couldn't take them off. So I don't know if that mechanic is coming back. I'm not too sure. I would absolutely love for that mechanic to come back. I mean, that would be incredible to see all the different stat types and everything for the weapons. I think that'd be dope. Potentially a crafting mechanic. I'm not too sure. Obviously, customization is a huge center point when it comes to people's identities within the game. So I think it'd be dope to have different outfits, or maybe pre-done outfits, or even clothing items found within chests throughout the game that you can use. I think that'd be pretty dope. Ones that maybe even armor pieces that have different stats, different perks and cons, pros and cons, all that stuff. I think that'd be incredible. There's just so many things that we could think of for this Fable game. But again, ultimately it is Xbox and Playground Games' decision to put all these different things in the game or not. We have no idea. All we can do is go off of what they showed us in the trailer, but I am honestly super excited. And obviously the setting of the game plays a huge part when it comes to the loot pool and all the different things when it comes to armor, clothing, weapons, and everything like that. There probably won't be guns or muskets from Fable 2 and Fable 3. It'll probably mostly be crossbows, regular bows, potentially something that has to do with explosives, maybe something similar to the Assassin's Creed games where you can make and craft your own utility items that you can use, maybe smoke bombs. I really don't know, but this is just all the different ideas that I can think of for a Fable game. Potentially different crafting mechanics, maybe almost like the Dead Island games. That I just remembered that I think that'd be really cool to create completely different weapons using the materials that you gain throughout the game. For example, using like a sword, a katana, a long sword within the Fable game, and creating something that could maybe put someone on fire or something like that. I really don't know, but even taking different crafting workbench ideas from the Fallout series. I think that'd be pretty dope to see what they have in store for us. Again, I really need a gameplay trailer to really make a final judgment and everything like that. All new to me, all new to us. This is a completely brand new Fable game that is in the unknown, and I really do think that they have nailed and dialed in the feeling of Fable. At least for me, as a longtime fan, I've been playing the Fable games almost all my life, and I cannot wait to see more from Playground Games, their developers, and Xbox Game Studios. And I appreciate y'all. Make sure to subscribe if you'd like to see more. Comment down below what you think of the Fable game and what different mechanics that you want to see in the final version of the game that comes out on launch. All right, I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you on the next video.